What's up, guys? Hey, it's another episode of the Rewind. I think this is episode. What is it? I think it's 4 we're on. We gotta make a new thumbnail for it
That's
too.
correct.
But episode 4 of the Rewind, the COD talk show that we have been inconsistent with, but are working on. Busy lives kind of affects it, but we are here and we are going to be talking about Major 5 mostly. We're kind of be talking about things that led up to Major 5, such as what's on the screen right now with the sub for Skies on New York, and like if we think would New York have won that series against Boston if Skies was playing, that type of thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I think we mostly have the brackets for ours, like our pick'em brackets filled out. So we'll go over those. And then if you guys want in the comments to let us know what you guys think or who's going to win if you disagree, whatever works. But yeah, to kick off, we are going to start off by talking about New York subliners here. And they are making a questionable decision right before Major 5. And you got to think there's no online games before Champs. So it goes Major 5 and then Champs. I mean, what do you guys think about taking Skies out of that practice? I mean, that's some good reps. What do you guys think about that?
It's um it's some good reps against one of the teams that you're probably gonna end up facing. So I don't think it was the greatest decision, but I understand them trying to get Wardy his limelight and trying to get him prospect up.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, he's not playing this weekend, right?
No, he's not. Skies will
No.
Then
be
I think it was
playing.
the dumbest decision in the history of Call of Duty.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
came out and
because
said that they only let him play because they talked about it at the beginning of the year that if they had the opportunity that they would let him play an online match or whatever, and then it ended up happening where they were comfortable enough, they've already clinched that they wanted to do it. So I mean, it's up to them, but yeah, I don't agree with it.
I mean they basically let him play to try to showcase himself to get picked up by a different team.
Yeah,
So it's like it's a little
I,
weird.
the problem now too is I think he did really well. So
he
not
did.
playing him might hurt him.
He did do well. The the
Yep,
only
take the Wardy over.
yeah, but
That's for
like
sure.
I don't know, because you had Kismet running an AR when he never runs an AR, so maybe Wardy took some of those kills that would have been Kismet's, but it's whatever. It was just a
Yep.
fucking Fugazi decision. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Seems pretty fucking stupid to me going right into a major, but um, that hurts them, yes, but it also hurts another team named Vegas Legion. Vegas Legion have a very, very tough road. And I'm not going to try to bail them out or anything saying they got screwed over. They shot themselves in the foot by not having a good land performance all year. Um,
Yep.
they needed those land points. They need those points. They've done well online these past 2 qualifiers with Standy, and if they had good land performances, they wouldn't be in this situation right now. They'd put Rocker in this situation that they're in. So it is definitely their fault, but this bracket is not kind to them. Let's go ahead and talk about that. They play phase round 1, and they're in losers bracket, and you got to think, so is Thieves.
Yeah, it's a tough losers bracket, man.
Yeah.
So
That is a tough. I mean, when you got Florida in the winners,
yeah, it's gonna it's
That's
gonna
not
it's
okay.
gonna
you know
shake some
someone's
things
gonna
up a little
come.
bit. Yeah. Um.
I would I would be astonished if not every single one of us have Florida just losing in the first round, right?
um.
Nah,
So the point system I don't have pulled up or anything right now, but I know that it is a fight for the 8th spot right now between Rocker, Legion, Boston, and Seattle. This LAN right here
yep.
will determine a lot. So we're gonna have to go ahead and pay attention to who goes where, who's winning what series. If two teams end up facing each other, if one team wins, that's absolutely giant for their champs seeding. Um, yeah, there's only
Yeah,
eight. Go ahead.
I think it's Vegas is down 20 to Rocker and 30 to both Boston and Surge. So, and Rocker play Boston first round, right? So one of them is going to go to the loser bracket, and if
Rocker will,
and FaZe plays Legion, So you gotta. Most people probably say Legion lose that and go down, and they have to face Seattle. And so one of those four teams is for sure gonna be out in the first 12.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
FaZe doesn't go 2-0, which probably
They
probably
better
won't
not.
happen.
So it is it's a tough road for Vegas. This New York situation didn't help them out. If New York was able to take down Boston, they would only be 20 down to Boston as well, which gives them a little bit more breathing room in the land. You have two teams that you can rely on not doing well. Now they only have one. I mean, pretty much can't catch Boston and New York in this land, assuming that they both win their first series. But it's not always guaranteed. And I can't remember the bracket off the top of my head, but I don't know who Boston plays and I don't know who New York plays.
Boston
Um,
plays Rocker,
Okay.
yeah,
so
New York plays Toronto.
yeah, New York screwed themselves because now they have to play the home team when they could have probably played Boston.
Yeah, the
No, not Boston or Rocker. They probably could have played Rocker.
home buff is not gonna help New York here. But yeah, so the major will be fun. The major will be a good time. I think Toronto having the home buff is gonna wake a lot of people up. Kind of, they're gonna be back in form. I think they've looked decent at the end of this major qualifier. I don't know. I think Ultra is gonna be a little bit more troublesome than people think.
I think well, it's the first appearance for the new Rocker lineup too on land.
It
So
is, yeah. And Taj has always been historically pretty good on land, so we'll see what happens. Um,
I would say because I think the loser of that has to play London. If they had to play any other team in the losers bracket, two of the four teams that are in contention of that last eight spot could be out in the first 12. So, but
yeah, for
since they have to
sure.
play London, most likely not gonna happen.
And I'm really rooting for Vegas with the storyline they got going. But it is unlikely, so we'll see what happens. Rocker looks good again. They look like a contender, so we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and jump right into the bracket. I'm just gonna start by looking at the round one here, and we'll kind of talk about some matchups, and then we'll go into our pick'ems.
Yep.
So
Mutineers got shafted.
Yeah,
so
but I'm very
you know,
scary for Optic.
yeah, winner. Yeah, Brent, I agree with you. Winners round one has 8 teams playing in four matches. Um, Optic plays Florida. Florida gets a tough draw there. Optic looks really good right now, but so Florida looks like they're hitting form as well. And Florida historically has always given Optic problems, so we'll see what happens. They're rocking no Dave Patty though, so they get no Dave Patty buff. Um, we go from there into a Breach Minnesota Rocker series. That one's going to be really good. I don't know how that one's going to come out. Um, I'm really interested to see what Boston looks like with no sound EQ. Last time they played land, they looked like dog shit. So we'll see what happens. Um, like I said, we'll go into pick'ems later, but that should be an interesting series. I think that'll be a very close one. FaZe Legion, I was wrong. I guess they are in winners bracket. So they get round one matchup, not an easy matchup, but I think it'll be a little bit surprising.
Didn't they
I
beat FaZe in the last major or something? Or
no, they
I think it was
no.
Ultra.
what? Didn't the,
Fate
okay? Maybe I'm thinking like
Legion
just what
has
happened.
never. I don't think Legion has ever beat FaZe, or at
Yeah,
Okay,
least on land they have never beat FaZe.
phase on land is a different beast, so you gotta play that into effect as well. We go from there into an Ultra Subliner series, which is another good one. I think the winners bracket's really good. Besides the Optic Mutineers, I think that one's a little lopsided, but like I said, it could surprise the people. But Ultra Subliner is a very good series. I think Ultra with the home buff is just a little too much, and I think, like I said, I stated it earlier, I think Ultra has a decent shot at going pretty far here. So we'll see what happens with that one. If New York is able to pull out that series, that's gonna be That's gonna be a headline for sure. Sending Ultra down to losers bracket in the first day.
But
But
Ultra has to play Gorillas, so if
yeah,
they do
but that would require them to make a losers run against Surge and Thieves. So it'd be
Yep.
tough. But going down to losers bracket, whoever loses up here will have to play Thieves, Ravens, Surge, or Gorillas, and it's pretty much a 50-50 draw. You know, you don't want to play Thieves, you don't want to play Surge, but you really want to play Ravens and you really want to play Gorillas. So um, it's a tough draw. Whoever loses what game, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, from here I think we go into pick'ems. I can start with one of your guys's if you want.
Or
That's
Casey's.
fine.
I wasn't able to send screenshots all mine.
Okay, let me share that.
That's Browns.
Okay, so this is the first round of Casey's here. Am I able to zoom in?
Dang, that's as much as it's gonna let you zoom in.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
I can read it. It should be fine. So for Casey, we have Optic winning 3-0 in the Mutineer series, so they move on to the next round for Casey. He has Breach Rocker with Breach going 3-2 in a game 5. What do you think about that one, Brent?
I like it considering I think Rocker's best player is Bance. So. And Beans is on an absolute tear.
Beans is on a tear right now.
Beans is fucking feeling himself. FaZe Legion, we have Legion winning a 3-1 here. So are you thinking? Hold on.
Yep.
Are you thinking that FaZe is unable to win a respawn? Do you think they take the search?
No, I think they take the control.
Take the control. Okay. So FaZe in a 3-1.
If I could change mine, I'd just do 3-0 FaZe just because, you know.
Nope, we're rooting for Vegas, baby.
Subliners versus Ultra. You have, what is that? Is that a 3-0?
It's a 3-0.
So Ultra with the 3-0, which is very possible. Very possible. From there, we drop teams down to the losers bracket, and we have Thieves versus Mutineers in this bracket, and we have Thieves taking it 3-1. We're giving Mutineers a map here in this major. I appreciate that.
I wanted to pick Mutineers to win it just because they beat them online this qualifiers. So, but
yeah, it can get pretty interesting. We'll see what happens.
Thieves are really good on land, though.
That's the problem. Yeah. From there, he goes Rocker into the Ravens series. I think everybody's going to take Rocker. Give Ravens a map. I agree. They probably take a map. And from there, we go into a FaZe and Surge a matchup, which is pretty interesting because I think a lot of people have FaZe winning that first winners round, so you probably won't see this matchup too much. But then Casey has FaZe taking that losers round 1-3-0. He has that in a complete wipe and Surge dropping out, maybe even top 12, depending on when they play.
Not even close.
So
not even close. So they don't show up.
So that could be interesting in a lot of brackets. But then we have New York beating Gorillas 3-0. I'd probably agree with that.
I was thinking other way around. 3-0 Gorillas in that one, probably.
Okay, we're not giving subliners a map this land. No. Up from there.
Pick the kids under.
Up from there, we go back into the winners bracket. The Breach and the Optic series in this bracket, we have Optic winning 3-1, and I would agree Optic wins this, but I think the series count would be different in my opinion. I think I would probably put Optic winning it 3-0. But it could be tough on a respawn. It depends on what map they play and who turns up. But that it's an interesting pick.
Can overpower them.
Yeah, for sure. Like, give us your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Boston takes a hard point off of them or a control?
Well, I think they take a hard point because they outslate them in one of their last series and they lost. So I think if they can outslay them, they can steal a map. So
Respectable, respectable. In the next series, we drop down and we look at a Vegas Legion versus Toronto Ultra series. We're rooting for Vegas. We are. I love the Vegas boys, but you got to go with Ultra here. We have a 3-0. I think that's pretty accurate.
yeah, I felt bad for my next two picks, but
you have them beating FaZe and then just getting wiped 3-0 to Ultra, and that's just.
I think Ultra is a better team
and
than FaZe right now, though.
and I have them getting wiped 3-0 down in the losers bracket.
Yeah, then we drop down. We have Thieves taking Rocker 3-1, which actually could be a better series than people think. I think the FaZe Subliners I agree with. 3-1 is probably what I would have picked for that one as well. And then we have Vegas getting wiped by Thieves 3-0 and taking Vegas out of the LAN.
That's just because I thought, they win the first round, get my hopes up, and then just throw it off a cliff.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
They like to do that. There we have FaZe Breach, another 3-0 for FaZe. Casey's really thinking FaZe is going to make a losers bracket here, a losers run here. That's what I'm getting out of this.
If Gorillas could do it last year, FaZe could do it this year.
That's true. And then the Thieves and the FaZe meet up in the losers. People call it losers final or whatever. It's the losers elimination round, and he has FaZe going 3-2 on Thieves, knocking Thieves out of the tournament without even touching winners. What do you think about that, Brent?
I think it's only because he knows his Kenny's going to get the under in that game or those matches. So I don't think the SMGs are very close. A BZ versus Kenny, and not good for these.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably agree with. I actually don't know if I would. We'll see. We'll see what I picked. I forget at this point. But jumping into the second screenshot, we have the FaZe beating Thieves, and then we go up into an Optic versus Ultra series, and you have Ultra beating Optic 3-2 in a game 5, and that is a. I mean, it's a respectable pick for sure. I don't know. What do you think would happen if that series were to happen in a winners final, Brent?
It just seems like Casey is hard favoring the home team here, but I think Optic is a better team than Ultra.
Right now, I would agree.
Because I think Hook and Shotzi easily outslay. Actually, CleanX is good, but outslay Hixie at least.
Yeah.
But you don't think Scrap outslays Ghosty?
No, yeah, that's tough.
He does, but does Inside outslay Dashy?
Yeah, Inside. Yeah,
no.
Get out of here.
But anyways,
it's more like Insight versus Ghosty and Dashy versus Scrap.
Yeah, realistically.
I would pick Scrap over Dashy, but I would pick Ghosty over Inside.
Probably, yeah. With Optic losing that series, we have Optic jumping down into the elimination finals, which would be the last straw for both teams. And he has Optic winning 3-1 against FaZe there. So FaZe ends up stopping the run there and coming in third in Casey's bracket. And from there, we move into a grand finals where we have Optic taking Ultra 4-2, just like Ultra did to them in the last major. Or was it the major 3?
It was major 3.
Yeah, it was the Texas major that they beat them.
Sounds a little too convenient to me.
But Optic wasn't the team to just go. The Optic
they weren't supposed to be there. Yeah.
They made a great run.
Now they are supposed to be here, and we'll see what happens. But I would agree this might be my grand finals too. I can't remember. We'll see.
I think Ultra. I mean, I have them 3-0ing their first 2 maps. So.
Yeah. From there, we could jump into Brent's bracket if you're ready, Brent.
Yeah, I just don't have any way on my phone to send it. And it's probably better because if I release my picks, everyone's just gonna hard ride my picks, and then Call of Duty's gonna lose a bunch of money. So
Okay, so we go through Brent's bracket, and he has FaZe making a run. I don't know, was it through winners or losers they ran
it
through?
was winner. They don't lose the game in my bracket.
Okay, so Atlanta FaZe plays Optic in the grand finals, however they get there, and that's a very realistic grand finals as well. And you have FaZe winning 4-2 on Optic. Go ahead and speak your opinion there.
Yeah, well, in the first, well, I just think FaZe has underperformed all year, and I'm gonna say that's because of Slasher, but I think they figured their shit out, and so I have them actually facing Optic in the winners finals, 3-1. They beat Optic,
Okay.
and then Optic has to go back down and face Thieves, and then I just think too much for Optic really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a
I just
respect.
think FaZe puts one together.
Definitely respectable grand finals. I would actually say that their problem has been Simp this year, but
Yeah.
but their Slasher and Simp are both turning up now, and it's LAN. They both play very well on LAN, Slasher especially. So see what happens. 4-2 Atlanta FaZe is a very very realistic option, and I don't
Yeah,
like I said I
I
don't
think your
remember mine.
bracket's a little too chalk.
Me?
Yep.
Can you describe the term chalk, please?
You're just chalked, you know. When you're doing March Madness, you just pick the chalked selection, and it just picks the highest seeds for you.
Because you literally have the home team versus Optic.
Yeah, I know, but I have Vegas winning.
I have Vegas going to elimination round 4 and then getting 3-0'd by
Oh,
Thieves.
yeah, great, good for you, good for you.
Okay.
All right, from there I'll jump into mine. I'll switch my screen share back over. From there, I can go in mine. So this is what mine looks like. Optic Texas, I have winning 3-0 against Mutineers, like a lot of people.
Let's go Legion! Let's go Legion!
Yeah, maybe. I have Minnesota beating Breach in this first round matchup, and that's strictly based off their recent performances. I really think Rocker looks good right now, so I think they'll probably take that one. Boston with no sound EQ as well, like I said, dog shit. But Atlanta FaZe versus Vegas Legion. I have Vegas winning in a game 5. I really do. I don't think they win a control at all, but I think they can pull a hard point off.
So you have to beat them in Surge too, though. Huh?
But I think they're a better search team than
I think
FaZe.
they could beat them.
Just because what's his name now? Sandy?
No, I actually think Standing makes them worse in search though.
Oh, okay.
I take that back. I don't think they're a better search team than FaZe, but I think that they can take both the searches on FaZe. It all depends on they're a momentum based team.
I think you're looking at the best 2 search teams in that.
Yeah,
stage, so.
you definitely are. Yeah,
You're
be a
gonna
master
disrespect
class.
London Ravens like that.
Yeah, I mean, how can you forget?
Unfortunately.
From there, I jumped down into the Ultra Subliner series, and I picked Ultra to win 3-0 here. And sorry to Subliners, but I just don't think they're a matchup right now for Ultra. And like I said,
we have a very similar bracket.
like I said, I think Ultra is a very dominant team right now. Jumping down into the losers bracket, I have Mutineers losing to Thieves 3-1.
My champion's out.
I have Breach beating Ravens, obviously 3-0. I don't think that's really a question. I could be wrong. Ravens might take a map. Probably should have taken 3-1 there, but that's what I'm thinking with
but
Florida.
They're locked.
Yeah, it's locked for sure. And you guys see it. I'm not cheating. I'm clicking right now. Anyway, Thieves versus Florida. I think that Florida will probably take a hard point. But other than that, I don't think they beat Thieves. Jumping down, FaZe loses to Surge. I'm sorry to say it. Surge is on a redemption arc right now.
Damn.
Even with Mac.
And Surge beats FaZe. Surge beats FaZe. I'm sorry. I don't think FaZe wins a series. I think they have a very I think
Elimination.
I think I I think that
Just,
phase I think that
you just
phase
said
is on
fuck
the downfall.
face.
Phase is definitely on a downfall. And they need
Wow.
it. They need the humbling.
You have FaZe not winning around, and I have them not losing around. There's no in
I
between. It's
I
boom or
think we
bust.
all have gorillas not winning a map.
Yeah, I mean that's against subliners
Shocker.
for me at least. I mean that should be pretty obvious. I would think.
I think they
Um,
should just out of fun, just once the Ravens and the Gorillas lose in their first round, they should just have a match for them, just to see who's really
I
last.
would agree,
That'd be kind of fun.
I think gorillas might fuck around and take fourth.
Casey. So anyways, going back up to winners. We have, like I said, I have Rocker beating Breach, but I don't think they beat Optic. They might take a round. I'm not sure. This was an iffy one for me. 3-1 Optic for me. Don't have much to say about it besides I think Optic's a better team. Next round, I'm sorry, Legion fans. I'm sorry. I want to root for them, but I just don't see them beating Ultra.
At least you gave him a map.
Yeah, I gave them the phase series, which is pretty typical. Like, I mean, they probably won't win the phase series. Let's be honest here. But if they do make it this far, I know they ain't beating Ultra, so it's a 3-1 Ultra. Going into the elimination rounds 2, we go Thieves Breach. I think that's a closer series than people think. I think Breach is a very fast-paced team. I think Thieves plays a little slower. So I think it'll be the pacing will be weird in that match, but I think Thieves takes it 3-2. It'll be game 5. Maybe it might be a 3-1 Thieves because I don't think Boston's good at search at all. But going down from there, we have Surge and Subliners. And the redemption arc ends there. And that right there is the time they blow their team up. That's when they get rid of people. I know you can't, but
They
that's
run
what
into Caesar Chavez.
Yeah, oh dude, you don't want to run into Caesar. That motherfucker. No, but 3-1 subliners. Go over to the elimination round 3s. We go Vegas and Thieves, and I'm sorry again, but I just think Thieves is a different breed on LAN, as you guys probably see to the right. But I don't know. I think Vegas fucking shot themselves in the foot, and they really, really should have done better earlier in the season. They made it really hard for themselves, and I just don't see them doing it here. What do you guys think they make the run?
It's kind of.
I know Casey thinks that. I know, but
Nope.
realistically, do we think
Well,
that they make the run?
I have my bracket a little differently, so they wouldn't end up playing Thieves here. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think they do. I think I have them. I said
But
elimination round 4, so I think.
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of funny how the bracket works because Breach and Rocker play each other in the first round, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they end up on the different side of the elimination bracket.
It's pretty weird, yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
I don't know how that works. I'm guessing they.
They, yeah,
I'm guessing they kind of
they
go
could play
from.
each other.
Yeah, they definitely could. Yeah, if I had Breach winning, but down here, I actually do have Rocker beating Subliners, and I think they move on to the round 4. I think
I
it's
don't
gonna
hate that.
be a
I don't hate that.
decent statement round for them, and I don't know, man. I just don't really believe in the Subliners enough. I think that they have weak spots in Kismet and Priesta, so I think that Rocker right now in the form they're in takes that one. I do not think that they beat Thieves. So I have Thieves going into the round 4 and winning it 3-1. I'll go back up to winners real quick as well for the winners final.
Oh,
We have Optic Texas
I do
beating
too.
Toronto Ultra 3-2 in a game 5. That's what I have. The home buff could make it a 3-2 in the other direction, but I definitely think it goes game 5. These are two fucking powerhouse teams, and they will be going at it.
Go FaZe.
I don't know. I think, like I said, I think Ultra might take it, but I'm an Optic fan, so I took Optic 3-2. But Ultra could take that shit. Down here, the elimination finals. Like I said, I had Ultra losing, so they come down here and they lose to Thieves in my bracket. Because like I said, I believe in the Thieves on land. I know they look like shit, but man, they're so good on land. They're just so good. So I take them over Ultra, and that ends Ultra's home series. It's tough, but they're still in champs. Then we go over to grand finals. Let me scoot over real quick. Go over to the grand finals here. We have Optic versus Thieves, and I have them winning a 4-2. I think 4-2 is just a standard pick for a lot of grand finals, like map count. But I was trying to think about it, and I was like, I think Thieves probably takes both controls.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think
They're a
they
better
do them.
control team than them.
So that I gave them both the controls, but other than that, I just don't see them beating Optic, and I think Optic's a better team than Thieves.
You were so close to picking the first team to just straight up win the series from the losers.
Yeah, I almost had Thieves winning that fucking the losers bracket run, but I don't know, and they fucking could. Like if you look at it, like if you really think about it, they will send Mutineers down to Thieves, so that should be a free round one. But like we said, online it wasn't, so who knows? And then going on from here, if it's not Breach, it'll be Rocker. They probably beat both those teams, in my opinion.
They have a very good track record against Rocker this season.
Yeah. And then up here, it would probably be FaZe if I picked it otherwise, right? Or no, it would still be
FaZe.
No, if FaZe moved on here, then whoever lost the Ultra FaZe would be down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that right there would make Thieves run a lot harder. If my bracket didn't turn out the way it did, I think Thieves run doesn't work out like it does. But it doesn't, so I picked it how I picked it. But yeah, if Ultra or FaZe ends up playing Thieves in this round 3 elimination game, it makes Thieves' job a lot harder.
Yeah, I think the way that we picked the bracket, Mark, with Vegas winning, that just helps Thieves out a lot more. Because in my bracket, I had them facing FaZe later on and losing to FaZe. So if they faced them earlier, I probably would have picked FaZe too. So.
Who do I have Thieves all playing? I haven't played Breach, Vegas, Minnesota, and Ultra. Yeah.
But could you just imagine if Florida somehow wins that first round and
Okay.
it's Optic or Thieves?
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that. So if Florida wins this first round, and I know how it looks, if they somehow pull that out of their cheeks and they send Optic down here, they'll be playing Thieves elimination round 1. Can you guys imagine the fucking viewership that game gets?
That would be a way to start out the elimination one. Yeah.
Optic could be out, yeah.
They're not going to lose to Brack.
Yeah.
No, it's more like they're not going to lose to Fellow. They could lose to Brack.
Yeah, Fellow's pretty. Yeah, Brack's kind of turning up right now. Vickle is nice though.
Vickle is nice.
But yeah, so
Spanish bastard.
We got our brackets in there. We have a FaZe winner, we have an Ultra winner, and we have an Optic winner. So we'll see what happens, boys. Whoever gets the most points at the end of this pick'ems, I think we'll do another episode where we're going over that, and we'll do like I don't know.
We'll chalk it up now.
We'll talk about it or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Even you said chalk.
Yeah, chalk up the winner as Brent Spencer.
Yeah. You chalked up the picks.
That's all I got for you guys today. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, go ahead and talk about it. But other than that, I'm just excited to see what happens at this major.
Hammer the Kenny under.
The Kenny under.
I'm
the prize
ready to
picks.
see the Seattle redemption arc.
Yeah, Seattle's winning this first round, but they're not going farther than that. They will end up blowing this team up. Like they'll make the decision before champs too. I know that they can't do it this year, but they'll do it as soon as they lose in champs.
I was gonna say you're thinking they blow it up before champs.
I don't think you can.
I don't think so either.
But that's their fault. They should have blown it up
But
fucking after Major 3 when they went out, 11th place? Maybe 12th? I don't know. I mean, when you're placing lower than Vegas or than Gorillas or London, yeah. I mean, you got something going wrong.
What do you mean? They're great teams.
Respectfully.
Only 2 teams that can't make champs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Florida's right there on that brink, too. They have to win this LAN event to have a chance.
I mean, but just like Florida has the toughest match first, so if they can find a way to get past that, they could go on a run.
Yeah, but they can win that one, and then they have to, like, at some point, play FaZe, Ultra, Subliner, someone. Like, do you think they win another one of those series?
Who knows? They might get confident.
I mean, it's Optic. They like to beat Optic, but they don't like to beat other teams. I guess they beat
if it's
FaZe.
Florida, they probably beat Optic and then lose to Rocker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for Major 5. Let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section if you guys have any thoughts on the brackets, and if you guys filled out your own brackets, let us know who you have winning and the map count, because that'd be super interesting to compare. But other than that, I think we'll have another episode for you guys after Major 5. Other than that, I think probably just a champs episode. I don't think we need to do any other episodes, right? There's not much else to do.
The only thing I'll say is if anyone posts in the comments, I will tell them why they're wrong if they don't pick FaZe. So.
Yeah, so if you post in the comments, you should be ready for a fight. No, but yeah, in all seriousness, guys, thank you for tuning in, and if you guys made it this long, that's, huge. I appreciate it. So, yeah, we're going to keep trying to post these guys for you, but like I said, there's not much more to post, so we kind of started it late in the season. We'll definitely next year, the next competitive year, we will be at it and on it. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you guys like this episode and like this bracket stuff that we're doing, the kind of competition, uncompetition type thing, or it's like a friendly or whatever. But yeah, let us know. We'll do more of this kind of stuff and do a bunch of pick'ems, or even the prize picks. We'll set up a little competition for that, or whatever happens. We'll figure something out. But let us know, you guys. Let us know some feedback. We're obviously paying attention to that shit. Other than that, that's pretty much the goodbye. If you guys have anything else to say, yeah, man.
That's good.
All right, we're good.
All right. Well, until next time, like I said, I don't know when, sometime after Major 5, but we'll have an episode for you guys with the results and what happened during the Major. Well, I'm sure we'll have highlight clips and all that this time. There wasn't much to go over this last weekend. Pretty shitty games, honestly. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for tuning in again. See ya.